Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece episode 869. So the majority of the episode was spent on Luffy versus Katakuri, so that's a win. The majority of the fight that we see within this episode, unfortunately, is still Luffy getting his butt handed to him on the silver platter. He's seeing into the future here and there. He is dodging more of Katakuri's attacks, but like I just said, the majority of it is Luffy getting wailed on. Uh, yeah, so within all of this, we do actually have a flashback. Now, this stuff wasn't shown in the manga, so I'm not gonna call it filler. I do think that this is something that did happen, but it was definitely an attempt by the animators to distract the manga readers from filling out this episode. Because yeah, like I said, this stuff didn't wasn't shown within the manga. So within this stuff, we do see Luffy, more of Luffy's observation haki training, with one of the end little bits of him seeing into the future, I guess, for the first time. So with this stuff, with that end bit with Luffy seeing into the future for the first time, and we know that he's seen into the future simply because Rayleigh says, "How did you dodge this last one? For this last one, I completely hid my presence." I recognize it as stuff used to fill out the episode, but I'm glad they showed it because it makes Luffy being able to see into the future after just over 2 years of training with Haki. Um, sorry, what was I saying? It makes it less convenient that Luffy can see into the future now with only less than with, it makes it less convenient that Luffy can see into the future now when he only trained for this for just over two years. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so I'm glad that they showed it because the whole thing with Luffy being able to learn to see into the future now when you couldn't do it so long ago was a bit convenient. And I'm not saying that it isn't. I still think it is, but showing that he did it before makes it less convenient. So within the end of this episode, we have Luffy take it up again, going back into Gear Fourth. But not only is he going into Gear Fourth, we see a new form, Snake Man. Now, my question when this came up within the manga was not only where was this a couple of hours ago when he was getting beat up, but where was this in Dressrosa? If this form is supposed to be bigger and better than Boundman, where was it then? And the reason why I say where was it in Dressrosa is because I feel like Luffy, I know people say he's dumb, whatever. I call him simple minded, but whatever. If okay, so in Dressrosa, Luffy went at Doflamingo in Boundman. He thought he could win the fight with Boundman. Okay, he does end up winning the fight with Boundman, but that's besides the point. He runs out of time. He has to go run around. So he runs out of time, so he has to go run around so he can replenish his haki, and then he's able to use it again. But this time, before he goes into Barman again, he knows he's got to finish off the fight quick. So in that situation, wouldn't it have been smart to go in as strong as you can, so to guarantee that you finish the fight, and even if he was destined to lose that fight there and then, at least then if he went in the strongest form, he'd have known, all right, cool, I gave it my all. I can forgive someone for holding a little something back, especially in anime. I can forgive you for holding something a little back going in it at the first time, but back to the present. The fact that Luffy has been getting beat up all this time and he still had Snake Man in the tank makes me question things. Like even even with Snake Man, because I said all this when it happened in the manga, even going into Snake Man now, it's not really Snake Man in the strongest form. Well, it shouldn't be Snake Man in the strongest form because all this time he's getting beat up, he's getting injured, he's fatigued and all that. So it just makes me question what's going on here kind of vibe. But I do believe that is everything I got to say revolving Luffy versus Katakuri within this episode. We do have some other stuff. We have Sanji approaching Chucky Island, Town Island, whatever. We know where he's going. He's there going. He's on his way there. He's determined. He's determined to save Luffy, and he's definitely sure that Luffy will turn up at the specified time, 1 a.m. We also have a look at Chucky Island to see what's going on there, and it's just basically all the sons and daughters of, I was going to say category, of Big Mom rallying up to stop Luffy when he comes through that mill. We see now that, yeah, they are taking him seriously, they're not taking no chances, they're bringing all the forces there possible, so when he does come out, they can stop him and therefore um avoid bringing shame to Big Mom's name. So this episode, I feel like it was slightly better paced than the usual episode. I don't think, unless you're a manga reader, you'd realize the filler stuff. I think it was out of context, and for those reasons, I'm gonna give it a 3-star rating, a call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.